Hello, welcome to First Impressions with SmorgasBorgnine. Today we're going to be doing Call of Juarez Gunslinger. This was developed by Techland, published by Ubisoft, and released to Steam on May 22nd, 2013. Now, these Call of Juarez games have kind of got a bad name because of the previous one. But this is actually a very good game that kind of went under the radar. The good news is it also does not use Uplay, so you won't have to deal with that. Basically, as far as the interface goes, you got your standard main game, leaderboards, achievements, options. Nuggets of Truth is basically collectibles that describe the period of history you're dealing with. This game is going to be a first-person Western shooter in a shell-shaded style. So this is going to cover some of the interesting characters, some historical, some legendary, that you'll encounter during this game. I'm going to go ahead and go into the main story, but you can play for points, kind of like Bulletstorm, or replay some of your duels. The duel mechanics on this is pretty neat. I'll show you that here at the end of this first stage. Basically, you're going to be playing as a character named Silas, who's basically telling a story to a group of people at a saloon. The interesting thing, though, is the environment will change with his story. Sometimes he changes his mind about how something happened, or somebody will catch him exaggerating or lying about something, and he'll go back and say, no, that's not what happened. This is how it really happened. That sort of thing. So that's kind of a neat thing. Now, I've already beat the game, so it does have a New Game Plus, where you can go back through with everything you've unlocked the first time. Recollections will just show you all the cutscenes again. The cutscenes are similar to this menu here. They're all comic book drawings, basically. But I'm going to go ahead and go into the New Game Plus. I'm going to go back into the normal mode just to walk you through this first one. Let the tutorial show so you can see the gameplay. And I'm not going to show much of this first cutscene just to keep away from some spoilers. But as you can see, it's just hand-drawn. Like a motion comic. Okay, you'll notice as you're playing this, it's going to start off with nothing in the environment until he starts speaking. Again, this is all spouting out from his imagination. So that's basically what you can expect in the game. Some things just don't appear on the screen until he speaks about them.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, ha-ha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Okay, as far as the interface goes, you've got the little gun in the top left that's wiggling. That's your concentration meter. You hit the letter Q, and it burns down. While you're in this mode, everything slows down, and enemies will light up red. The other one on the top right is your ability to dodge death situations. If that's full, sometimes you can dodge bullets. My character has some skills built up. Every time you get enough experience, you'll level up, and you'll be able to fill in one of these bullet chambers on this cylinder. Basically, you have to go in sequence. You start from this one, you can work away here around a half circle and then go to the next one, or you can fill it all up before you mess with the next one. Your choice. But as of now, the only ones I could actually fill in from leveling up is this one, or this one. And I mean, it's everything from carrying more ammo to reloading faster to getting more concentration, things like that. You got the Gunslinger, the Ranger, which is more long-distance type stuff, and the Trapper. Now you'll notice next to the cylinder there's actually a gun. After you've gone through the cylinder, you can actually unlock a new weapon. So I have a golden rifle here as my best rifle. And I have an inlaid 6-shooter and an upgraded Ranger. Or the engraved Ranger, excuse me. But basically better range, less recoil, or do you prefer a better fire rate and faster aim speed? For me, I like the Ranger. And luckily, there is a weapons crate here where I can switch to weapons I've unlocked. And again, since I'm better with the rifles, I'm going to use that. And I like my Ranger, so I'm going to go ahead and keep hold of that. Okay, here we go.
You heard Pat. We need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
So you can scroll your mouse wheel down to switch weapons. If you have the pistol equipped, if you scroll your mouse wheel up, you can go into dual wielding mode. Problem with dual wielding is you can't aim down sights any more than that. It doesn't give you very much improvement. For this far back, you're better off with the rifle. And there's your experience on the bottom left. And you can also improve your experience by doing headshots and different types of shots.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Fire at will! Spread out, goddammit! They're coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit.
So here's
that's
training
just
you to
what
use
I
your
did.
concentration. Notice they're all lit up. I'm aiming for the head so I can get the bonuses. But this guy is just in the way.
Hey, we have one behind us! Stay on it! Cover fire!
And that guy just totally messed me up there. If you've watched my videos, you know I'm not
As the governor of New Mexico
best
was
of
paying
shooters.
for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
You can also get XP for shooting pumpkins and glass items. The tin cans will fall over, but they don't give you anything. So, made me a liar there. Crouch and crawl under here.
Watch out! He's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us! Where the hell's Garrett?
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
If you heard that little jingle a second ago, it meant my concentration's full. If you walk up against stuff, your gun will raise up. It's kind of a cool effect.
Let's do this!
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Okay, here's my death meter, my sense of death, I guess they're calling it.
Not a bad
So I'm going to
idea.
move over to the right
It
to
would be a
dodge it.
turkey shoot from up there.
So, again, use A or D, left or right, to dodge. If you line the shot up right, you can hit more than one pumpkin at a time. I mean, if you're really trying to max out your XP, you can go
Luckily,
through and
these
shoot all
shooters
these one
Garrett
by
hired
one.
weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah.
So he's telling this story to three people. There's a kid, a man, I forget what his profession was, and a lady of the night.
A lot of them were
Just
saddle
flirting with-
tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Get out here!
It's a shame the Juarez, the cartel was so bad, it's really made people not even give this one a try just because of the name. Juarez.
Then,
But
I
this
heard
game
a
was a
friendly
pleasant
voice
surprise.
yelling at me from the window.
Back
Back
door!
door!
We got
We'll
you
cover you!
Watch your flank!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave,
Deader than a rat in a
and
trap!
upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Bowdre.
These character intros are very reminiscent of Borderlands.
Billy looked
Seems
at
to
me
have
and
had a
said,
lot of influence
"About
in this
time,
game."
amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming.
I think I got one! Someone shoot! Where the hell Garrett get to? Missing all the action!
That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Got leveled up.
Where'd he come from? Over there!
Okay, and you normally wouldn't have to press comma to use this. I just have one of my extra mouse buttons mapped to that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get extra damage on my combos here. I think that looks best for me. So now I have that skill. So next time I level up, I can actually go ahead and get the concentration for combos skill.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
Damn it, I
It
missed
means that
the
it was time to cut
quick
and
time
run.
event. I should have just
They
ducked.
got a Gatling, Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Wanna make a run for it? Those poor sons of bitches are done
Many
for!
would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were
that
heading
guy?
for the barn.
Right. Making my
This
way
is my
past
favorite
the
part
parcel
here.
of
This is
fallen
just so fun.
foes.
I'm ending you! Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves
chicken for
to
dinner
some
tonight?
fried chicken. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Ham-handed. Okay, here's your dueling.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Okay, so basically, two things you have to do. You have to use your mouse to keep the crosshairs basically on him, and it'll start shrinking as you've got more focus on him. But you'll also have to use the WASD to move your hand to be closer to the gun, and it'll actually kind of drift on you, so you got to keep an eye on both. This guy's not too difficult, though. So yeah, whenever you are ready to fire, when they reach for their gun, just click, aim, and then click again.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
So once again, he's going to retell the same part of the story that you've already played through, and that actually happens several times in this game, and it's a pretty cool mechanic.
And bam! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
And that's basically how this game plays. It's a very fun game, very underrated. I like the art style. I like the changing environments based on the story. And you can get this on the cheap. It's definitely worth your time. So, again, that's a solid recommendation for me. Thank you.